Hi, and welcome to Catholic Mom and Daughter. We are counting down the days of 2023 here. This year is almost done.
And so each year we like doing a little year in review. So today we're going to look at what worked and what didn't in 2023, all the different highs and lows. So let's go ahead and get started.
So we're going to start out today with what worked and what didn't from the online/digital world.
So first, what definitely worked was using the new Ascension app for the Bible in a year and the Catechism in a year. We have enjoyed using it so much, and we did a full review of it here.
What didn't work was this crazy idea that I had of going back and watching all of Father Mike Schmitz's old videos, the ones that I haven't seen because there are so many. I was going to watch one every single day in 2023 until I got all caught up. And yet, no, that just didn't work.
No, yeah. The videos started going at like double speed and triple speed at random hours of the day.
She's telling all my secrets.
It was very funny to see sometimes.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, it was just too much. You know, I was already getting plenty of Father Mike's great wisdom through Catechism in a year, and just trying to watch the old videos on top of that. You know, I just couldn't keep up. I just had to let it go. So that didn't work.
So moving into the world of books, one of our big wins was definitely using our public library for all sorts of things, not just for checking out books, which was one of our goals for this year.
And we nailed it. The library for the win. We tried book folding, which was a new art or skill. I don't know. We took a class through the library. That was a lot of fun. We also participated in the winter reading challenge, which was playing book bingo, and that was a lot of fun.
We also tried different craft kits, and as always, we took advantage of the interlibrary loan system. So we just had a lot of big wins come out of the library this year.
And then at church, our church library moved into a new building and a new room, and that definitely worked because the new space is just so much nicer than the old one.
It used to be in an old building with ancient carpet and bad lighting, so we have definitely enjoyed having this new library space.
But what didn't work for us in the world of books was the whole genre of fake Catholic books. These are books that look very Catholic and even very good on the outside, but on the inside, they just aren't.
So while we were doing the library move, we had a chance to go through all of the inventory in the library and definitely busted several of these fake Catholic books.
And they just make me angry because they look so good, and as you're reading them, you start to think, oh my goodness. So I am going to do a video soon about how to spot a fake Catholic book, so stay tuned for that.
So next we're going to take a look at a life hack that really worked for us. And it's a very easy idea of how to clean out your camera roll. So it's very simple, but we have to say that it really does work.
And it only takes a couple of minutes a day. What you do is you just open up your photo library and you put in today's date, and that will bring up all the pictures that you've ever taken on that date. And then you can just zip right through and delete the ones that you don't want, the ones that are out of focus, the ones that you can't remember, like who is this in the picture?
So it's a very effective way of getting in there and cleaning out your camera roll just a little bit at a time. And it's also very fun to look back at all the different pictures that you took on a particular date.
Another life hack that worked really well for us here this year was a decluttering hack called keeping the best of the best.
So when you're deciding whether or not you want to keep something, you simply ask yourself, is this item the best of the best? Or am I just holding on to something that's kind of meh and subpar?
So is this item past its prime, old and worn out, falling apart? If so, it is not the best of the best. And why would you want to keep it?
So we don't really know why, but this has definitely made it a lot easier for us to quickly determine whether or not we want to keep something.
We did have one life hack here though that just didn't work for us. It looked really good, but it didn't stick, and that was the 5-minute rule for getting things done.
So the rule pretty much says that if you have a task that can be done in 5 minutes or less, to go ahead and do that task instead of putting it off for later.
And it works really well if you follow through, but sadly, we just didn't follow through.
Because there are a lot of tasks that can be done in 5 minutes or less.
Just saying.
Yeah, so you begin to wonder, where does it all end? It just kind of all keeps going. So the thrill of this one definitely wore off for us after a while.
Extreme multitasking was another thing that did not work for us in 2023. And I could give you multiple examples, but I'll just give you one. And that was moving the church library to its new room in the same month and at the same time that we were also planning and doing Vacation Bible School. So that was a lot. And although circumstances were out of our control as far as timing, I'm just saying, like, we wish that could have gone down differently.
So it was a very long and stressful month of June. So now moving on into the kitchen, our regular viewers know that we test a lot of different recipes here. And this year we definitely had a favorite by far, and that was the red velvet cookie recipe from our latest cooking video.
That one definitely worked for us here because it lived up to its billing. It said, I'm quick, I'm easy, I will turn out great, and it did. So hooray for you, red velvet cookies, you win.
So our biggest recipe flop was definitely the rye bread recipe from the Around the Year with the Von Trapp family book. If you have seen our recent bloopers video, then you are well familiar with the clip of us hacking that bread off of the baking sheet for 20 minutes.
That bread made us sweat. We did not know if it would even come off the sheet. It did not work for us. And then there's another recipe that stands out in my mind as one that didn't work. And it was a fruit salad that we made that used instant pudding as part of like the sauce or whatever that goes into the fruit salad. And it tasted fine, but the pudding mix made these weird lumps in the fruit salad. And it was just disturbing. And you would look at it and think like, I'm not sure that this is okay to eat. So that one definitely didn't work.
So going to the movies was also another win for us this year, and we saw a lot of great movies, but Sound of Freedom was probably our favorite.
There were a couple others we really liked also, like After Death about near-death experiences, in the Miracle Club about Lourdes. However, there was one that just didn't work out at all for us, and that was the Padre Pio movie that was newly released, and we went to see it, and it was just so different from what we were expecting. So now when we think of going to the movies and we wonder, is this movie good? Is it not? Should we see it? We always say, well, it can't be as bad as Padre Pio.
So now on to a couple of other random little things. One thing that definitely worked was this pack of book darts. So great for highlighting and marking in your books without it being permanent.
That was one of the book things that we were trying out this year, and it was definitely a big win. We're down to our last little page of book darts. The lighter colors definitely work better for highlighting than the darker colors though. So if you try them out, just go for the light ones. And then another thing that definitely worked for us here, my new Catholic planner, I have used the heck out of it already. It started September 2023 and it goes all the way till the end of 2024. So I am set. This was definitely a big win for me.
And then one thing that didn't work was the nice new cat bed. We got the Parochial Vicar. It's all soft, it has an attached blanket, but the only one who uses it is Bishop Beagle.
Yes, okay. I don't know how he manages to squeeze himself into that bed, but one day he just walked into the room and said, oh, well, I see this fancy new bed and no one's using it. Don't mind if I do. So he helped himself. It's definitely working for him.
Yes, the cat completely ignores it, only used it maybe like twice.
Maybe he'll warm up to it, we don't know, but at least it's working for someone.
All right, so that was our list of what worked and what didn't in 2023.
So let us know down in the comments what worked and what didn't work for you this year.
So we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.